Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and today I'm going to share with you how to cut your designer series paper to get most out of it to make a card. So here I get one sheet and there another sheet. So this one I can get 12, here I would get more. So it's just a mix and match. So let's get started with this, and then I'm going to show you how to do the everyday label with the stamp set Merry Little label. So let's get started. So I'm using, I had the page open to show you which page it was. It's right here. It's the Merry Little Christmas, the designer series paper right there that I'm using. And I'm using 2 sheets of it. But one sheet would do for 1 card. And so we want to cut this at 4 inch. So you would go at 4 and then at 4. And then these, we're going to do 2 at a time. We're going to cut at 3 inch. So 3, 3, and 3. So that gives us 8 pieces because it's 2, right? So we get 8 pieces. Now let's move that aside. And then you could cut this at 2 and reverse it. I don't want that. So we're going to do 12 of this one. But if you would cut it at 2, it would give you 6 pieces. You would be short of 2 to make your 8 cards. But here it is. So now we get 12 pieces of this. Now again, this one, we're going to cut this at 4. And 4. So with 2 sheets of designer series paper, you're going to make 12 cards and you're going to be left with this one. So really we could make 14 cards. So this one we're going to cut at 3 and 3. So 2 pieces give you 14 cards. So you see 3 and 3, and now it's going to go at 2. I think. Measure twice, cut once, right? Now I'm just questioning myself here. I don't have my ruler here. Here we go. Yes, it is 2. Okay. So I'm going to cut 2 and 2. And then I get this one. I think we're going to have 1 extra. Now let's cut all this at 2. So that should give me my 12 piece right here. So that's 2. 4, 6. I'm counting by 2 because we get 2 sheets. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So now I get 12 sheets right here. So those 12 sheets gonna go with these one here. You see? Now these one here are gonna turn one this way and one this way. So you see, I like the bigger piece in the bottom. So this could be another pattern to do 2 more cards. So then we got 14 cards with 2 sheets of designer paper for our layers, and it left you this. Now I pre-done the cards over here. So this is Whisper White that measure 5.5 by 11, score at 4. My Pool Party, the other one that I share here was Soft Sky. I didn't have enough Soft Sky on hand, so I'm using Pool Party. This measure 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Now what we're going to do is take our piece here. And we're going to glue that right at the top. So we just get a little border right here. Now we're going to put the bottom one. So we're going to have a little gap in between. But that's how that I cut my paper to get the most out of it. So I try to keep the same proportion, the top and the bottom. Here we go. Now this one, I'm using just Whisper White that measure 4 by, that was scrap paper I had, by 1/2 inch. That's going to come right at the top here. And the reason that I put the 4 1/4, did I say 4? It's 4 1/4, so it go up, make sure it's straight. It's because if you're off just a little bit when you mount them, then it would show. So this way, if you cover the whole length of your cardstock here, the length of the card, then even if you're off a little bit when you mount your designer series paper, it don't show. For some reason, I'm going cricket here. Here we go. And if this happens, you see I'm off a little bit, don't sweat over that. Turn it in the back, and you see it pass a little bit there. Always cut from the back. See, it was just a little piece there. So now we get this. What I done, I pre-stamp with black archival, and I stamp in advance because the black archival needs some time to dry, especially if you want a sponge over here. If you don't let it dry, it's going to really smear. So now that it's dry, I'm going to use my soft sky. And I like soft sky better because it's lighter. And just at the top here, start at the top and really press hard. And as you come down, go softer. So it's going to be lighter at the bottom. Now we're going to take our everyday label punch. We're going to punch this. And then let me show you some plain way. So I could take this and put it just this way. See how plain it is. Now the next one, I did use the foil, silver foil. We're going to cut it in half right in the center here. Cut this in half. So you're going to need 2 of them, and some of them was just piece on each end. Now I like to use fast fuse for this. And I just put at both ends first. And you're gonna glue this right at the edge of the dip here. So right on the side, add that there. And I'm gonna do the other one. Add that right there. So now we could keep it this way, just the side. You see how much it add? It's not much, but it add quite a bit. Or if you want it even bigger, now do the top and the bottom. So I just add my fast fuse here. And again, those 2 tips gonna match the tip on this right in the center of that groove there. And it's the perfect match. Do the same thing from the bottom. So you can do as plain as you want or as much as you want. So then see, now it add quite a bit more. If that is not enough, you can add well, I thought I had a plain one. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let me, oops. So now you can add the foil snowflake. Put it right here. Well, first, let's put that on top. Put that right here. Center that. Now I like to use a dimensional in the back of this. So, and I'm very generous on my dimensional. I'm going to remove this. And now it's the full, all the bling to it. Here we go. So now you got it. I ran out of silver. I need to do 12 of those cards. I ran out of silver. What I done, see, I used the gold one and I use my pad and just tap it on top of it. Get a piece of scrap paper right here. So what I done, I just tap on it. One thing though that you want to do before you're going to add your this on top of it, your label, you need to let this dry. If you don't let this dry, the glue won't stick on it, or it's just going to come right off. So now I'm going to have to wait for this one, but I get one done. I can share with you. Here we go, with kind of the blue snowflake. So this is it. So I hope that this is going to help you to cut your designer paper to get the most out of it. So again, 2 sheets of designer series paper cut at 3 and 2, and then the top layer you're going to have 2 at 3 and the rest at 2. You're going to get 14 cards for your layer of designer series paper. So this is it for today. All the measurement will be on my blog at FrenchieStamps.com or right above. You can click on the I. It's going to bring you on the blog post. And all US address, or anybody in the US, you can shop 24/7 on my blog. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.